Are you a person who feels lack of confidence to speak English? Most learners wait to feel confident before they speak. But today, I'm going to show you why that's completely wrong and what you should do instead to finally start speaking with confidence. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Talk Fluent English. I'm Michael. Today, we are going to talk about something that stops so many English learners from speaking: confidence. I'm not going to give you the usual advice you hear everywhere. I'm not going to say, just believe in yourself, or don't be afraid. I'm not going to tell you to stand in front of a mirror and repeat, "My English is amazing." Those things might help some people, but real confidence is much more practical than that. English confidence is not magic. It is not a special feeling that suddenly appears one morning. It is not something only confident people are born with. Confidence is actually a prediction. Your brain looks at everything you have done before and asks one simple question: what will probably happen if I speak English right now? If your brain only remembers moments of confusion, silence, embarrassment, or difficult conversations, it predicts danger. It says, "Don't speak. You might make a mistake. You might not understand. You might forget a word." But if your brain remembers even small, successful moments, it makes a different prediction. It says, "You have done this before. You can manage this again. You might make a small mistake, but you can continue." This is the most important idea in today's episode. Confidence does not come first. Evidence comes first. Experience comes first. Confidence comes after. You do not need to feel confident before you speak. You need to give your brain small pieces of proof that you can speak English. Let me explain this with a simple story. Imagine two learners. The first one is Sarah. Sarah studies English for 1 hour every day. She reads grammar books, watches lessons, and learns many new words. But she almost never speaks. Before every conversation, she thinks, "I need to feel ready first." So she waits and waits for confidence. The second learner is David. David studies less grammar than Sarah, and his vocabulary is smaller. But every single day, he does one small speaking action. He asks for coffee in English. He sends one short voice message. He answers one question in class. He speaks to himself for 1 minute while cooking dinner. David does not always feel confident. Sometimes he feels nervous. Sometimes he makes mistakes. But his brain is collecting evidence every day. After 1 month, David's brain has 30 small memories of speaking English. Sarah's brain has a lot of knowledge, but almost no speaking experience. So who do you think will feel more confident after 1 month? Of course, David. Not because he is braver, but because he has more proof. He has more evidence from actually speaking. This is the first big idea I want you to remember. Confidence grows from remembered action. Your brain needs real memories of you using English. Thinking about speaking is not the same as speaking. Preparing is not the same as speaking. Watching others is not the same. Your brain needs to see you do it. Now, many beginners make one serious mistake here. They think every speaking experience must be perfect, no mistakes, no pauses, and full understanding. That is not true. A successful conversation can include many small problems. Maybe you forgot a word. Maybe you asked someone to repeat. Maybe your grammar was not perfect. Maybe you understood only 80%. The real question is not, was my English perfect? The real question is, did communication continue? If you reached your goal and the other person understood you, then you succeeded. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you are in a shop and you want to ask where the changing rooms are. You say, "Excuse me, where is the room for trying clothes?" The shop assistant understands and answers, "The changing rooms are over there." Did you fail? No. You communicated your goal and got the information you needed. That is success. But many beginners only remember the mistake. They think, "I said it wrong. That was terrible." This teaches the brain the wrong lesson, that mistake equals failure. A much better lesson is this: the sentence was not perfect, but I solved the problem. That lesson creates confidence. So after every conversation, ask yourself not only, "What did I say wrong?" but also, "What did I manage to do?" Maybe you started the conversation. Maybe you explained your idea. Maybe you asked for repetition. Maybe you stayed in the conversation when you wanted to leave. These are real speaking skills. I call this keeping a proof file. It is a small record of things you have already done in English. You can keep it in the notes on your phone. Every day, write short lines like, "I asked a question in English today." "I explained a problem to my colleague." "I spoke for 2 minutes without preparing." "I forgot a word but explained it another way." These notes may look small, but they are powerful. On a difficult day, when your feelings say, "I cannot speak English," your proof file reminds you of the truth. Feelings change quickly, but evidence is reliable. Your confidence should not depend only on your mood. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel tired. Some days simple words disappear from your mind. This happens to everyone. One difficult conversation does not mean your English is bad. It only means that conversation was difficult. Do not turn one bad moment into a story about your whole ability. Instead of saying, "My English is terrible," say something more accurate like, "I find phone conversations difficult right now." The first sentence attacks everything. The second sentence points to one situation you can practice and improve. Your confidence is not one big thing. It is made of many small pieces. You may feel confident ordering food in a restaurant, but nervous in meetings. This is normal. Do not wait for one large feeling called English confidence. Instead, build confidence in small places. Choose one situation, practice it, collect evidence there, and then move to the next. For example, if you want to improve small talk, practice 3 clear moments: starting a conversation, keeping it going, and ending it politely. Simple lines like, "How has your day been?" "Really? What happened?" and "It was nice talking to you," can make the situation feel more predictable. Predictability helps your brain feel safer. Another very important part of confidence is recovery language. This is the English you use when something goes wrong in a conversation. Real confidence does not mean never having problems. It means knowing what to do when problems happen. Here are some useful recovery sentences you can start using right away. "Sorry, could you say that again?" "Could you speak a little more slowly, please?" "I'm not sure I understood the last part." "What does that word mean?" "Let me say that in a different way." "Give me a second. I know what I want to say." These sentences are powerful tools. A learner with limited vocabulary but good recovery language can communicate better than someone with more words who becomes silent after one mistake. Imagine someone asks you, "What was the most challenging part of your new job?" You are not sure about the word challenging. Instead of staying silent, you say, "Sorry, what do you mean by challenging?" The person explains and you can continue. You controlled the conversation. That gives your brain good evidence and reduces fear. This is why learning recovery language creates confidence faster than memorizing more difficult words. Preparation is useful, but too much preparation can create problems. Some beginners write every sentence before a conversation. Then the other person asks something different and they become lost. A conversation is not a speech. You cannot control every question. A better method is to prepare small pieces. One good opening, 2 or 3 simple questions, and one way to end. This gives you confidence because you know how to begin and how to recover. Here is another important idea for beginners. Do not always practice at your maximum level. Many learners choose difficult topics like politics or economics and then feel bad when they struggle. To build confidence, practice below your maximum level on familiar topics. Describe your morning routine. Explain how to make a simple meal. Talk about a film you know well. Describe your neighborhood. When the topic is familiar, your brain has more space for speaking. You can focus on the language and create more successful moments. My friends, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Talk Fluent English. Remember, the most important thing: you do not need to feel confident before you speak. Speak in small, manageable moments. Collect the evidence. Keep a proof file. Learn recovery language, and let the confidence follow naturally. Start today with one small action. It can be as simple as ordering coffee, recording a 1-minute voice message, or speaking to yourself. Every small step counts. If you enjoyed this episode, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Share in the comments. What is one small speaking action you will do today? I read all your comments. I'm Michael from Talk Fluent English. Keep speaking, keep improving, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.